Hi. So I guess this is the part where I re-record my merge questions in my little merge confessional because my original one was 21 minutes long and the audio got corrupted. Um, I kind of want to debrief on merge first. So we merged on Sunday. It is now Tuesday, so it's been a little bit of time. We had our first immunity challenge and individual. Oh, okay. Our first individual immunity challenge on our new tribe, which is called Kobo. I believe it's how it's pronounced. It's Kobo. Don't come at me. I think we're at a very interesting part of the game because right now there's 11 of us left. Our first tribal council is tonight, and I'm a little bit stressed. You could definitely see the anxiety in the first video, but I kind of think we're at a point right now where, like, we're split 6-5, and I'm on the side with a number, so I'm on the side of 6. The problem with that is that the side of 5 has enough idols slash immunities to cover all 5 of them tonight, meaning that one of the 6 of us is going home, and Felix is convinced after that it's just going to be a pick off, like 1-1, like we're all just going to go home like an old survivor. And I'd like to be more positive than that, but last night I got in a call with Jude, and I think I was like basically on the verge of tears because I was so upset about everything that happened. I kind of feel like I'm taking everything too personally, and I know it's just a game, I know it's not that important, but it's getting to me a little bit. So that's fun, but it's not like I really want to take mental health days or anything because I've already taken like a million of those, and like now we're in such a vital part of the game that I feel like that could lead to me getting voted out. It's not like I have mental health days that actually protect me from the vote or anything. Riazo yelled at me last night for 40 minutes because he's mad at Jude or something. It was so chaotic because we had this thing called Fruit Loot. That was our immunity challenge. Essentially, everyone in the tribe was given 3 fruits, so 33 total, all individual and different. And we had to come up with the closest list possible to win the challenge. I ended up actually, the whole idea was that if Felix or Grace won, I'm sorry, not Felix, if Grace or Holland won, our plan is screwed because that protects 2 out of their 5 alliance and they only have 3 idols, or idol equivalents. So that kind of screws us over, and it ended up that I blocked Grace, which is awesome, with 23 out of 33 points. But unfortunately, Felix got in second, not first. First place went to Khalid, meaning that Khalid and Grace are safe. Emily and Esme can play their twin idol or half idol together for 1 idol protection, and Grace has 2 idols and that she's going to play on Riazo and probably Esme or Emily, whichever one doesn't get the half idol, meaning that all 5 of them are safe in our immunity, not our immunity, in our tribal council tonight, meaning that one of the 6 of me, Felix, Jude, Sabrina, Yoli, or Jack are going home. Now theoretically I am safe because I can use my safety without power. Honestly, it's not a bad idea, but I'm kind of at a point in the game where I don't know if I'm so emotionally exhausted that I don't really want to use it on myself. So I'm really tempted to give it to Jude before tribal council tonight and be like, save yourself if we think it's going to be her. If it's going to be me, I guess I'll play it just, because, but I think this has taken a very big emotional toll on me. I so much so that I forgot. I guess I told Khalid something the other day, and that man, this morning I was like, I don't know how to feel because I guess what we're trying to play is that our 6 are so fractured that they don't have to play all their idols. But then Felix took that plan back and said, actually, we do want them to play all of their idols. I'm very confused, but essentially, it's all very complicated, to be completely real with all of you. But if Esme plays her safety without power, I'm gonna play my safety without power. Actually, no. If Esme plays her safety without power, it means that the twin idol won't activate, meaning that we can vote out Emily. In that case, I'll stay, but it depends for me. What I do depends on what Esme does, which is really funny. I guess in either case, if just Esme just if Esme doesn't play it and I do play it, maybe I'll scare her into playing it. I don't know. I could run that scenario. But essentially, we're trying to make sure that everybody is so fractured that they are confused. And then that plan got taken back. I don't really know. And Felix was interrogating Yoli this morning, and I don't know. I kind of hate playing the game with these people, except for Jude. Weirdly, I really like Jude now. Thank you, Jude, for Slay Girl bossing. I'm sorry that Riazo and Grace lied about you this entire time, because you're much better of a person than they say that you are, and they think they put a bad name on you. And I'm sorry that I believed that. I don't believe it anymore. Oh, it's just so complicated. And now we're going to tribal, and our side doesn't have immunity, which means we're pretty much going to be voted out because 5 idols or immunities. Anyways, now for the merge questions. These are questions that Prod sent me to answer, and I think I think last night when I filmed this, like, it would have given you a better idea of how I was standing previously, but I'll give you the one as of pre-first tribal of the merge. On Kobo or Corbo. I'm gonna call it Corbo. Merge questions. Who would you consider your top 3 allies at the moment? Do you intend on going with them all the way to the end? Why or why not? Now, I feel like I don't have any allies, but Jude would say was my number 1, which is insane to me, and I think I would go to the end with her. I think I'm pretty cool with Felix, but I'm kind of realizing I don't really like the way that Felix is running things, so no, I would not go to the end with him. I genuinely don't know who my next person would be. Maybe Sabrina. Who are the 3 players you want to see most eliminated ASAP, and why? Grace, Riazo, and Khalid. Easy. And that's sad because they're all Toko people. But like, Riazo and Grace have been running this entire game and lying to me. And also, Riazo yelled at me last night, and I am emotionally scarred from that. Grace, because she's playing everybody. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And Khalid also because he's just playing everyone. And I felt like I was close to all those people, and now I'm not, and I'm petty. If your companion is still in the game, which he's not, sorry, Keith. By the way, you were 10th on my list out of 13. Do I think it's for the betterment of my game? I don't know, because apparently Felix has been going around telling everybody about my safety without power that I got from Keith's vote out, which is not cool. I need to confront Felix about that, because I didn't want that information getting out there, and somehow Grace comes up to me and goes, hey, I know about your safety without power. Like, no, girl, you shouldn't know that unless you got it from Yoli, which maybe, because Yoli's been being weird, I guess. But anyways, I think it would be better for my game if Grace didn't know about it, but I guess the safety without power is good. The problem is that your vote is so vital and so important that I kind of hate using it, but there's that. Compare your game so far to a fictional character. I don't watch that much television outside of Survivor. I know, I'm a horrible comm major. But I would compare it to Shane Powers from one season of Survivor. I don't remember which season. Man had a nicotine addiction, thought that he could call home on a seashell rock thing. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I am in way too deep and like I'm going crazy. So there you go. There's my game so far. What's the biggest mistake I've made so far? I don't know if I consider this a mistake, but voting out Quinn almost, like, I don't know if that's a mistake. I think Quinn had a lot of connections, but I'm not sure. Maybe my biggest mistake was trusting Riazo, because apparently Riazo and Grace are super tight and super close, and who knows, they might have been spreading stuff about Quinn, and so we voted out Quinn completely way too early. And I think that that's a possibility that happened, and if it did, then that's my greatest mistake. I don't know. I feel like my entire game has been a mistake. And then which players in the merged tribe would you think deserve most to return to a future season, and why? I definitely think Jude. I think Jude got a bad rep because of Riazo and Grace from day one, so I definitely want to see Jude play again. I want to see my genuine people play again, like people who aren't here to... I understand this is a game about backstabbing and, like, you know, you want good television or whatever, but I think Jude didn't get a proper chance at actually playing the game, so I'd like to see her play again. I'd say Riazo, but I think I think in my heart I want to say Riazo deserves it to play again, but I just, in my heart of hearts, am petty because he yelled at me for 40 minutes about Jude. Honestly, I know I'm supposed to pick 5, but those are kind of my 2. Honestly, it's really just Jude. And this is not someone who's in the merge tribe, but I would love to see Quinn come back. Like, I feel like I kind of did Quinn dirty. And I think Quinn is a lovely person with some really good potential. So I'd like to see Quinn come back. On top of that, please post an ideal boot list. I will put my ideal boot list on the board so you'll see it. But God, I know ideally the first person I want voted out is Grace. The first person I want voted out is Grace. Obviously, it's not going to happen because she's immunity. My second person would be Riazo, who is probably getting an idol from Grace, so that's not going to happen. My third person would be Khalid, because Khalid has been a snake this entire time. Then probably Esme, because she has a power. Then Felix. I'll say Felix, just because Felix is too powerful. Then Emily, because she would have an idol at that point, and she's dangerous. After that, it's just Yoli, Sabrina, me, and Jack. And Jude. I could let go of Jack, Yoli, and Sabrina, and then me and Jude at the end. That's what I'd like to see, personally. Other than that, I like merges. Merge is something, and the game is a lot faster paced now, and I think that's scary to me. I think I'm overwhelmed a little bit, and I'm kind of worried that my paranoia is gonna get me voted out. I would not be surprised if I got voted out tonight. And I know everyone's saying it's going to be Jude or Felix, and I think they'll take the shot on Felix because they are guaranteed to take him out tonight. And Felix didn't come to me asking for my safety without power. So I think either Felix has a plan in action or he's just accepting it. I just don't see him as the kind of person who would just accept it. So I kind of feel like they're going to make a move tonight, and it's not going to be to my benefit. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I'm still here tomorrow, honestly, or tonight. We'll see if I'm still here. But thanks for listening, y'all.